Hi everyone, Matt from Cambridge Longbows here. I haven't done a video for a while because I've been so incredibly busy with bow making and various other things, all sorts of projects on the go. Something very exciting for me. I'm off up to Edinburgh to do a 3-day bow making course with Primal, bushcraft and survival. So if any of you guys are anywhere near there or you fancy travelling up for it, it should be really good. It's a primitive bow making course. So no fancy tools, it's absolute basics. It's going to be hatchets, knives, rasps, that's it. Tillering, basic tillering, eye tillering, nothing fancy at all. So I've been making myself some toys for it. I'll show you a few things. So I've been playing around with axes, thinking about axe bevels. So this is a traditional hatchet. I've taken the bevel down on it because the bevel on this originally was very steep, shallow. So it was used for splitting. So this I've put quite a very, can you see? So this is good for taking cuts out. There's still quite a lot of weight behind it. But it's, you know, if you're doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chops, that's going to give you forearm ache pretty quickly. So I thought I'd have a go at making something a little bit lighter. So I took one of those, one of these, and I cannibalized it into this. So you've lost a lot of the weight from the cutouts, but you've still got a very big cutting edge along here. It's got an even finer bevel on it. So this is more like a knife bevel than an axe bevel, and this is good for getting very shallow cuts out of the wood, but again much lighter. So I thought, well, this is good, but still if you're doing hundreds and hundreds of chops with it, I thought I'll go one step further. So here is a cannibalized version of this. So it's very light, sort of flat top, very light. It's got the finest bevel on this one, so that's almost like a kitchen knife. So I ran it back through the forge, hardened it, tempered it back a little bit. This is superb for finer work, finer control, but you can still take massive chunks of timber out with it if you want to. So been having fun with that, and because I can't help myself, I made Tiny. Now if you come on the course, Tiny will be coming with me as long as everything else, and I'll let you have a go with him. So this is Tiny. He's a little bit big. He's made from 01 steel. And it's you know, it's a very large Bowie knife with an extra long handle. So if you come back onto the back of it here, it's amazing for chopping. It takes huge chunks of wood out. If you come forwards down onto the shallow bit here, you've got much more control. It's absolutely shave razor sharp, and it's the work that I'm about to show you on the self bows I'm making. Most of it's done with this. This is the tool of choice at the moment, although I do vary. I use the hatchets for different things, so I'm just kind of playing around with the best tools for the jobs, but they all do things differently. So if you come into Scotland, you'll meet Tiny and have a go with him. So floor tillering only with this bar I'm going to show you is hasn't been on the tillering jig. It's all done by eye, bending against the floor, so the tiller isn't perfect. There's a few stiff spots in it, but I've got it down to about 40 pounds at 28, so I don't want to go any lower than that because it's just not powerful enough for me. So I'll show you this chap. This is hazelwood. So it's just, the bark is stripped off. It's got a few gnarly little bits. There's quite a kink in it here, and a big old knot running through here. So it's a good piece of timber to make a bow from. No huge knots. It works lovely. Shoots at let's have a think, 40 at 28. So I'll shoot this guy. A couple of arrows. Just got 4 arrows, and then I'll show you the next one that I'm working on. So that's this guy. Quite nice, pretty good. String is just, if I twist it round, it's coming into the left hand side of the handle. So that's not quite like shooting a cut through bow, but because it is, you get, it's very, very accurate with the right spined arrows, of course, which those aren't. So that's this one, little chap. You know what I'm like with pyramid bows, I'm working on this whopper, so this is going to be a humongous pyramid bow, very, very wide. You know, I've got to take the handle down a lot. It's going to have very, very, start off very wide, you know, sort of 3 inches or so, and taper down. I'll step back so you can maybe see it a little bit. I've started roughing this end out properly. Square the stave off, roughing this one down. It'll taper more than that. I'll do this end next. So, and again, this will be floor tillered. It's not going to have any fancy stuff. You know, this so far has just been made using the Tiny and one of the hatchets. And when I get it down to the dimensions I want, I'll use a rasp on it and maybe a bit of sandpaper. So this is going to be lovely when it's finished. It might not be the best performing, but it's going to actually. When I say a pyramid bow, it might end up more like a paddle bow, but we'll see. You never know quite what's going to happen with a self bow. Anyway, exciting times ahead, and if you want anything, just give me a buzz. Thanks for watching.